Hey guys, welcome to my channel, A Page in My Diary. I'm Paige, PMC, Peace Move, whatever you want to call me, it will do. You already know what it is. We are going to Shenandoah National Park. Matt's driving, he's been holding the fort down, and yeah, we have the doggies. We're about like 45 minutes out, and this is my first time going to Shenandoah National Park, and my first time camping in my adult years. The last time I went camping, I think I was probably like in elementary school, so I'm just super excited. This is the first time that the dogs are going to be in Mother Nature, and Vidá has only thrown up once, which is like a plus, but we're now on the windy road, so I'm really trying to just like hold all the space for Vidá because I feel like she might have another moment. My babies. Well, my mom got like this bed that you can hook up on the back of the car seat, and you kind of like hook the dogs to it so they're not like flying all around like if you do an abrupt stop, which is something that Matt is kind of like known to do sometimes. So it's really good, and now I feel like anywhere I go in the car with them, I'm going to use it because Elmo specifically is a dog that likes to cause a lot of chaos for like the first like 30-40 minutes before he like actually calms down. He just has to throw a fit. Very, very Cancer of him. So yeah. Also, I'm doing something different with my hair if you guys haven't noticed. I have a bang. I put my hair in front of my forehead, and I think this is how I'm going to be going into my 29th year. So shout out to me.
We just had enough. I know, there's nothing there. I know, there's nothing there.
At some point you gotta calm down because the wind's not gonna stop just because you bark. Tortilla, tortilla, tortilla. So we made a little chickpea dish. Chickpeas and tofu. Listen, so we had a shitty situation happen. As we were unpacking our food yesterday, Matt and I specifically bought from Trader Joe's spicy lentil wraps, and when we drove up here 5 hours, we were like, you know what? When we get to the campsite and once we get all settled in, we are going to eat our spicy lentil wraps. And it was something that we were really looking forward to. And then we started digging through the cooler. Couldn't be found at all. And pretty much we left everything, like the dry food, like the fruit we got. We were going to make some potatoes with rosemary on it. Like everything that we needed. Not everything that we needed, but a lot of the extra stuff that we wanted to have food-wise is probably in my garage or, I don't know, sitting in the house somewhere. Yeah, so it's kind of just a bummer. And the saving grace is the fact that we at least prep these cold meals that we can eat until we get back. Because you know what? I'm going to have my rosemary potatoes. And I'm not playing about that. I want my rosemary potatoes. I want my potat tots. We're going on a hike. Where are we going again? What's it called?
Hawksbill.
Hawksbill.
It's a peak, I guess, mountain.
Yeah. We're going there.
Falls Point. Shenandoah Park. Down the road.
We were going to do a waterfall hike yesterday, and then we pulled up and the sign said pets are not allowed, so Okay, so all of the footage kind of just abruptly stops with Matt and I eating our food because we ended up having to leave Shenandoah about like a day early because of the fact that we got completely rained on. It was kind of a bummer because I was trying to do my due diligence by checking the weather like 2 weeks in advance, a week in advance, a couple days in advance, up until a day in advance before we left. And every single thing that I saw about the weather was saying that it was going to be super nice. It was going to be like high 70s, like, and at night it was going to be like in the 60s and 50s, which was perfect. But the day before we ended up leaving, we went on this beautiful hike. It was so nice on our way up. It was like a 2-mile hike, and I think it was like the highest point of Shenandoah Mountain. I want to say it was called Bear's Kill, but don't quote me, I could be completely wrong. But we ended up going up that mountain and it was super nice. But as we were going up the mountain and after we caught the views and things like that, it started to drizzle. And then when we were ready to go back to the parking lot to get back to the car, it started to just like downpour. Mind you, we have Elmo with us, we have Vidá with us, and that was just a whole situation. And if you're someone who has gone camping with dogs, and if you're someone who's been camping with dogs, when it starts like downpouring and you have like a tent and like all of your things inside of the tent and you just don't want it to get completely destroyed because of the fact that you have dogs with you. Like, I think even if we just had one dog, it would have been one thing, but like, no, like we had 2 dogs and we all got completely muddy and it just did not stop raining at all. So we kind of just made the decision on our walk down from the mountain that we were going to just pack up all of our stuff and just head back because we just didn't even want to deal with all the chaos with what was going to be going on with trying to keep dry and keep somewhat clean, like coming back from the hike when it was raining. Like, obviously when you're hiking, or obviously when you're like camping and stuff like that, it's kind of inevitable, like you should expect like that anything can happen when it comes to the weather. But it was just too much, and the dogs was just, it just wasn't happening. Especially it was not happening with Elmo. Like, I just didn't want to have to go through another night of chaos with that because it was just a whole situation within itself. So yeah, that was our Shenandoah quick little trip, and I 100% want to go back. I definitely want to go back, probably for like a couple more days, and would love to go with some friends. I definitely started to like accumulate camping gear, but now that I've done this trip, I think one thing that I 100% want to take advantage of is getting like a grill that we can take and have at the campsite so we can be able to make food there and 100% not forget our food. Like, the fact that we forgot our food when it comes to like the food that we wanted to cook over the fire was kind of a bummer, but we made it work with the cold food that we made, and our bellies were still full and the dogs' bellies were still full. So if you've been to Shenandoah and you want to go with me sometime, let me know and we can make a little trip about it.